The Slate Truck is America's most affordable EV, starting at right around $25,000 for the truck that you see here. Now, every Slate Truck comes from the factory looking just like this. It's a single cab, two-seater pickup truck with a 5-foot bed. But it has tons of customization options. Customization is the name of the game with the Slate Truck. You can get an SUV-style body kit, you can add back seats, and there are tons of customization options for the interior and the exterior to make it look however you want. So right now we're going to look at some of those customization options. I'm going to show you a ride-along that I got to go on just now, and we're going to take a look at the interior. Let's check it out. It can be a pickup truck, it can be a squareback SUV, it can be a fastback SUV, and that's just the beginning. Once you've decided which of the 3 body styles you want for your Slate Truck, you can add a wrap in just about any color you can imagine. The wraps start at just under $500, and you can get it professionally installed for about $500 extra, or you can save a few bucks and install it yourself. You've also got seat cover options, many choices for interior trim colors, a couple of options for a radio, and a bunch of these covers for the lights that makes them look like different shapes and designs. Like a more normal car, it also has a few different wheel and tire options and available add-ons like a roof rack and a roof basket. One of our favorite options is these little charms that Slate calls slatelets to add some personality to this very simple interior. Speaking of the simple interior, let's take a closer look at the inside of the Slate in its base form. So this is what the interior looks like of the Slate Truck from the factory. Everyone from the factory is going to look like this on the inside. If you want just the most basic bare bones Slate Truck, this is what it's going to look like inside. It's got these kind of two-tone gray cloth seats. Only 2 seats in the standard truck. If you get the SUV kit, you get back seats. Instead of a center console or center armrest, it's got this kind of tray thing with a couple of indents for cup holders, trays for your key, for change, for whatever, any odds and ends that you're bringing with you. And instead of a central infotainment display built into the truck, you get this little phone mount. So you can stick your phone in there, use that for your music, your maps, whatever you need, instead of a more traditional infotainment system. And you can pay extra, you can get an extra accessory that's a bigger tablet mount. And again, it's kind of BYO tablet if you want a bigger infotainment system. It's got these cubbies built into the dash. There we go. So there's lots of storage space right there in the dash. And this is where you can install a stereo system from Slate. You still get standard air conditioning and heat, so you got pretty basic HVAC controls. These are nice big knobs, which we like to see in a pickup truck. Easy to operate with a glove. The steering wheel, pretty basic, like just about everything else in this truck. You've got a little tiny digital gauge cluster here. This tells you how much range you have left. It's your speedometer, and it does have a backup camera, which is mandatory on all new cars. That's the display for the backup camera. And our favorite part, the Slate is the only new car in America that has hand crank windows. Every other new car in America has power windows except the Slate Truck. So it's a very refreshing little piece of simplicity in every Slate Truck. So I mentioned that every Slate Truck comes from the factory looking exactly the same, like that gray pickup truck. But this is an example of what is possible with the customization options of the Slate Truck. This one has the square back SUV kit. You can also get a fastback SUV kit for it. And this one has rear seats. When you get the SUV, it automatically comes with rear seats, and it starts at right around $30,000. Now this one's going to be a little pricier than that because of all the customization options. You can see it's got this unique wrap with a few different colors. It's got these all-terrain tires. It's got some trim on the wheels there. It's got the roof rack. Let's take a look inside and see what's custom in there. So inside of this example, we've got this kind of cream-colored interior trim. It's got this center console that I mentioned. So normally it's just open there with a few indents for cup holders, but this is that center console option. Every SUV comes with back seats with surprisingly good space back there. This one's got the bigger tablet holder that I mentioned. It's got some colored trim around those knobs. It's got that orange trim going along the bottom there. It's got these charms, which are very cute. Lots of options for those. But it's still kind of the same simple Slate Truck. These are some of the optional seat covers that you can get. You can get as many different seat covers as you want, and you can swap them out at your leisure. You can see they've got zippers down here, so you can swap them out yourself. We climbed in the back seats of the SUV, and there's not a ton of room back there, but a little more than we expected for a small 2-door SUV. It has 30.8 inches of rear legroom, which is a little less than the Nissan Leaf and 5 inches less than the Ford Maverick. The cargo area behind the back seats has 34 cubic feet of space, which is also about the same as the Leaf. Of course, if you get the sleek fastback SUV, you get a little less cargo room. And yes, it does have a frunk providing 7 cubic feet of extra cargo space. Every Slate truck is powered by a single electric motor mounted at the rear wheels. For the sake of simplicity, there is no dual motor all-wheel drive option. When the Slate was first announced, the plan was to have 2 battery options. However, now there's only one. It's a 65 kilowatt-hour battery with 63 kilowatt-hours of usable energy, giving the Slate a range estimate of up to 205 miles. It uses LFP battery chemistry, which helps keep costs down, and it's safer to charge it all the way up to 100% without worrying too much about battery degradation. Slate estimates a DC fast charging time of 20 to 80% in a half hour with a max charge rate of 90 kilowatts. If you have a level 2 charger in your garage, charging from 20 to 100% only takes 4 hours. The Slate uses a Tesla-style NACS charge port, giving it access to a huge network of charging stations across North America. We didn't get to drive the Slate, but we did get to go on a ride-along in a pre-production model. The electric motor produces 181 horsepower and 194 pound-feet of torque in a vehicle that weighs a little over 4,000 pounds. We were pleasantly surprised by its quick acceleration. Slate claims a 0 to 60 time of 8 seconds. That's slightly slower than the Chevy Bolt and Nissan Leaf, but it's plenty quick in around town driving. Slate didn't give us a ride on the highway, but our first impression is that it's a peppy, smooth, and quiet electric truck that delivers a pretty pleasant ride. A short wheelbase ensures that it's nimble around corners, and the suspension on city streets never felt too rough. Since the Slate has no direct competitors in small electric trucks, it's a little hard to judge it against any competitors, but it rides about as well as the next most affordable EVs in the US. Pre-orders for the Slate are available now for $300. If you've already put down a $50 deposit, the pre-order costs $250. Slate says the first deliveries will happen sometime in the fourth quarter of 2026. As for how you actually get one, you'll be able to get it straight from the factory in Indiana, or Slate will deliver it to your driveway, but the costs and logistics of home delivery are a little unclear right now. Slate won't have brick-and-mortar stores, but service will be available through a network of thousands of RepairPal certified shops, including over 100 service centers capable of high-voltage EV service. Every Slate comes with an impressive 10-year, 110,000-mile powertrain warranty. In the increasingly competitive arena of affordable EVs, the Chevy Bolt starts at $28,995, and the Nissan Leaf starts at $31,535. The Kia EV3 is on its way to the US, and we expect it to also start around the $30,000 mark. Of course, Slate isn't a direct competitor to those 3 electric crossovers because it can be had as a pickup truck, and its customizability is unmatched. As for affordable trucks, the next cheapest pickup in America is the Ford Maverick, which has a standard hybrid powertrain getting up to 38 combined MPG and a starting price just under $30,000. Whether the Slate truck is a good buy depends on how much you value customization. If you want to know more about the Slate truck, go to kbb.com to read our in-depth preview, and when it comes out later in 2026, that's where you'll be able to find the fair purchase price.